He from the Bluff.
Rolling from the Bluff. Yeah.
Why is the Bluff so notorious?
I mean, I'm not an Atlanta, so you know what I'm saying. I don't need to be speaking on Atlanta. You can ask me why the Dunkin' Block and Macon, Georgia is so important. You feel me?
I love it. Well, why would the Dunkin' Block?
It's so important because GoldMouf came from that. You know what I'm saying? Jeezy came from that.
You know what's crazy? We ain't even talking about Jeezy. That's how you know this interview good. We ain't even talking about Jeezy, man.
Kinky B came from that. Man, you know what I'm saying? Flood Pace Your Head came from that.
That just come out that Dunkin' Block.
Hell yeah.
Come on, man.
For real, for real.
Now, let's speak of the Jeezy. Let's go into that chapter of life. What was the difference between CTE, USDA, and BMF?
I mean, it was a big difference. You know what I'm saying? CTE is Corporate Thug Entertainment. Is the label that Young Jeezy, you know what I'm saying, Kinky B, they started, including myself, you know what I'm saying, right before I went to prison. So that's a record label, Corporate Thugs Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? That USDA, you know what I'm saying, we had USDA before I even went to jail.
Wow.
It was actually the original USDA before, the brother Blood Raw and Slick Puller came along. It was Kinky B and no, they was called the Teamsters. It was, Five Chief, Big Dank, you know what I'm saying, Jeezy and Kink. Because Kink was trying to do his little rap thing too back then. So in BMF, that's just a movement that was already going on. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not a part of, that I don't know much about, like as far as like their origin, because I didn't really do my research on their origin. However, when Jeezy and Kink migrated to Atlanta, that's when they pretty much linked up with a lot of the BMF brothers and started being associated with the BMF movement. You get what I'm saying?
Now, you were rapping before Jeezy was actually rapping.
Yeah, for sure.
And Kinky B had brought him in as just Jay.
Lil J, yeah.
Lil J.
Yeah.
And when you got locked up and they had put so much time, energy, and effort and money into music that they decided that they were going to turn Jeezy into a rapper of some sort? So
yeah, so I was the rapper.
Okay.
When we first came in the rap game, Jeezy and Kink, they only was on the CEO side of things.
Gotcha.
They had invested so much money into me. And they invested, and I brought two of my little homies along with us so we can do the rap thing together, and we was called the Big Boys. But I was the poster boy, so to speak, of the whole movement, you know what I'm saying? When they came to the streets, like we kind of recounted some of my street history, and I was so deep in the streets, so respected in the streets that I was the poster boy of the movement. Like, no side of town I couldn't go on, and Jeezy and Kink, they latched them, they was associated with me. Everybody know like what it was with me, period. You know what I'm saying? In the streets they called me Lil Mill, you know what I'm saying? And one of Jeezy records, he spoke on me. He was like, you know what I'm saying, and where I'm from. He was like, let me tell you about a cold-hearted killer named Mill. He was talking about me in that record. Even though he was young, he had them bodies and shit. He was going through the block. It was a hobby and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was in the street, and that's what they called me, in the street. And I was planted in that dumb shit. And so Jeezy and Kink, they was letting me rap, because everything nowadays I don't really consider myself a rapper, although I do I'm back in the industry. I do make music. I am an artist. And
no, boy, you stepping on the record.
Yeah, and I pride myself.
You stepping on the record, sir.
And I pride myself in being an artist. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know I'm an artist. They just think I'm just this so-called big gangster in the streets. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm actually an artist, and I went back to that. And they had invested a lot of money into me, and I was, catching my cases and up. And so in that sense, they didn't, I wasn't taking it serious. Because if you do take something serious and you consider of another person money and all the time and energy that they are investing in your dreams, then you're going to just fall back and chill until something pop. But Jeezy be like, bro, him and Mel, man, they be like, listen, man, bro, you got to chill, bro. You know what I'm saying? Going to pop off one day. I'm like, man, that rap. I'm in these streets. I'm finna get this street money. Cause that was paying my rent, my bills. How the you gonna tell me to fall back and let's focus on music when music ain't paying my bills? Dope pay my bills. So I'm knee deep in the dope game. You know what I'm saying? Robin paid my bills. I'm kicking in dope. That just was a part of, what I was a part of. And, they understood it. But when I around and went to prison and Jeezy, took the mic and started, doing his own thing, because Kinky B pushed him like, listen, man, you just got to do it yourself.